Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's day 112. Um, Yesterday we were doing some transcription, and it came to my mind that I still had this book that I was studying with when I was studying A1. Um, Frankly speaking, I didn't really pay attention at my class during that time. But when I looked at it again, it had some good overview of the grammar section, so I thought maybe it would be nice to touch upon that today. Let me just share my screen so I can show you guys which parts I'm going to especially focus on. So, in this book, in the appendix part, there's a lot of hoofstuk, but we're going to skip that. Yes, grammar part. There are personal pronouns, possessive pronouns, so ik, je, hij, ze, zij. And then there's verbs to make it singular. Uh, Ik denk. Um, and then there is je denkt. This is what we did during Dutch when we were reviewing the site dutchgrammar.com, right? So if there's je or jij, it's denkte, and then also hij denkt. So this is all present form. Another example is wonen, live. Maybe it's better to use Excel file. I don't know what the subscription that I'm using. Maybe I could access it. But my computer is so slow. Oh, I'm really gonna buy it. I'm really gonna buy it before this year ends. Yeah, I've made up my mind. I'm going to buy this new laptop. Ik woont, jij woont, je woont. Zo, we wonen. Holy shit, it's so slow. There's ik, jij, en dan hij, ze, zij. And for ik should be woon. For jij, it should be woont. Je woont. Hij, ze, zij should be also woont. So there also, in case of irregular verbs, um, ik should be such as zijn. So ik ben, je bent, and then hij, zij, zij is, right? So that was an example of singular and irregular verbs, and then their present form. Um, and then there are also cases of plural. We also did this in dutchgrammar.com. It's just so wie, jullie, ze. It's so for denken, it's we all put en at the end. Wie denken, jullie denken, ze denken. But when we were doing transcribing, we noticed that Dutch people, when they're pronouncing uh, denken, they don't pronounce it as denken, but they diminish the en sound, so it becomes denke, denke. Um, so yeah, that was it for Violize. Um, Groningen. Yeah, inversion. Inversion is one thing I was always kind of it's a tricky topic because in English it's always I live in Amsterdam, subject, verb, object, but in Dutch it could also be subject, verb, and then the what you're doing could be also separated into rest and an infinite form. So one example could be hij gaat boodschappen doen, right? So uh, doen and boodschappen is separated, whereas in English it's something like he's gonna do grocery. So doen comes before boodschappen, but in Dutch it's the opposite. Uh, Also goes same with zij gaan vanmiddag zwemmen. Okay. So in those cases there are inversion. Net vacant, phone, ik in Amsterdam. Op zaterdag gaat hij boodschappen doen. Vanmiddag gaan zij something zwemmen. So uh, there are sometimes form where subject, infinite form, and then the rest of the sentence comes in afterwards. But also be there could be a time and then the finite form of a verb, and then there could be a subject, and then the rest of the sentence. So that could be op zaterdag, op zondag, that's time. And then gaat, that's because hij is, we put T at the end, right? So op zaterdag gaat hij boodschappen doen. Could also be used with inversion with je and jij. So je gaat boodschappen doen. Jij drinkt koffie. Okay. And then the book explains the onze as well. So we, jullie, zij for possessive. It could be onze or ons, jullie, and then hun, onze pen, ons boek, onze docent, ons land. Yeah, that's that. And the plural of nouns, yeah, these are also important. So there are three types. You either put S at the end, it accepts it as a formula. Nope, nope, just the S. Plus S, or could be plus apostrophe S or plus EN. So the Dantus, that's just S. And then the baby, then you put apostrophe S, the babies, and then the rest of the words or nouns, the zussen, you put en at the end. Okay, negation, I think I know sufficiently. Een, geen. Ze hebben geen grote familie. Ze hebben één grote familie. Then there was conjunction. Rick is geduldig, maar hij is ook snel. Ik kom vandaag niet want ik kom morgen. But we did on dutchgrammar.com that so en maar of want EMOW or meow. So maar en of want the subordinate clause. So de hoeft te zijn. The clause that comes after the main clause connected by these meow, they could be listed in the format of subject, verb, object. So ik kom vandaag niet, want ik kom morgen. So ik kom morgen is also subject, verb, object. But in the case that we use another conjunction, like for instance, omdat, then the verb has to always come at the end. So ik kom vandaag niet, omdat ik morgen kom. In that sense. As far as I know. I'm pretty sure this is correct. Okay. And then I remember we also did separable verbs. So op, voor en out. Opstaan, voorstellen, uitlaten. This one I want to search a bit. Opstaan, voorstellen, uitlaten. Opstaan, Dutch grammar. Ik sta om 6 uur op. Ik sta op 7 uur. Ik sta op om 7 uur. Ik sta. Ik sta om 6 uur op. Ik sta op om. Ik sta om 6. Okay, so let's see. Where to use op, voor, and out. Okay, so on top of. It is on. De radio staat op. Ik ben op vakantie. Voor. Okay, before. Ik stel mijn neef voor. Dit cadeau is voor jou. Bedankt voor je hulp. Ik ga voor de winst. We stellen onze neef voor. Ik laat de hond uit. Uit ervaring. From. Okay, so op, on, at, for, in front of, out. Okay, from. And then there are reflexive verbs where you use the zich first, the zikvassen. Mm, Ik was mee, jij wast je, je wast je, zij wast zich, ik kleed me aan. Okay, that was a bit harder. And then there were irregular verbs zullen, kunnen, willen, en mogen, zal, ik zal, Jij zal, gij zal, then we zullen, jullie zullen, zij zullen. Oh, we also did this in Dutch. Grammar.com, right? So this is a bit easier. No, yeah, they have until chapter 10. Yeah, ik, jij, gij, wie, jullie, zij, we all know this. Negation, we put niet at the end. Nee, ik ook niet. Het gaat niet goed. You put niet before the adjective. Put niet before adjective or preposition. Okay. And then you put yeah at the end for diminutives. Uh, so you can put yeah after someone else's name, or for hondje, for a small dog, or the kolache. Oh, the time is closed, right? Oh, shit. Okay. I wanted to buy Cokes. Okay. Then imperatives. So normal sentence is like, je gaat eerst naar ns.nl. Then on imperative, ga, go, do that, something. Ga eerst naar ns.nl. Je typt dan het station van vertrek. Tip dan het station van vertrek. And then you put niet en geen. What's the difference of niet en geen? Zie je de trein? Nee, ik zie de trein niet. Zie je één trein? Nee, ik zie geen trein. So the difference between niet and geen is that geen is used when there was a number specified before. So uh, for instance, there was zie je één train. Have you seen one train? But yeah, you don't see that one train. So you just say, nee, ik zie geen train. I don't see any train. Um, But if you're specifying that some train, that train, so the train. So zie je de trein? Nee, ik zie de trein niet. And then there's a case of omdat. So uh, yeah, like I said, in the case of omdat, you put verb at the end. So ik ga naar mijn oom. When we use want, we use ik ga naar mijn oom, want hij is morgen jarig. But then in the case of omdat, we put ik ga naar mijn oom. Omdat hij morgen jarig is. Jarig is. So we put is at the end. Same goes for heeft. Hij gaat met de trein, want hij heeft geen auto. Hij gaat met de trein omdat hij geen auto heeft. Okay. Okay. This one I understand. Het, mijn, ons. Without with Without there's definite subject, so it is already specified what you're talking about. So for instance, my new apartment, my new kamer, so you specify it as mine, but when that kamer is not specified, you can put So is groter, for instance. There is a student next to me. Uh, um, that room is from a student. A student lives there. Woont een student naast mij. Okay. Then deze, case of deze, die. So deze here, we put dit is here also, but die, in the case of die, we put daar, dat daar. Het boek ligt op de trap. Het boek zit in de tas. Het boek staat in de boekenkast. Heb, heeft, hebben, the present perfect simple tense. And then you put ge at the end. So, ik heb de bos gewandelen. I have walked in the forest. Je heeft, hij heeft, right? Is je with heeft or hebben? Um, hij, okay, let's go with hij. Hij geeft de rijst gekoken, right? Hij heeft de rijst gekoken. I think, is this the right sentence? Hij heeft de rijst gekoken. Oh, so it's the right sentence. Okay. I think inversion is the one that I should focus on because that one is a bit tricky. Uh, Especially with the case of the past participle, present participle case. So if you inverse that, you start with time. So in het vacant, and then you go with verb. Is zij naar Amsterdam verhuisd? This is a bit harder. And then there was a case with zou. So would you, zou je kunnen, zou je kunnen, um, zou je kunnen zwemmen met mij? Hmm. Okay, guys, I think I've mastered like 80% or 90% of the basic grammar. Or is it too early to say that? Okay, let's put it safely, 60%. I think the main topic that I have to focus on is inversion. So I'm gonna memorize the structure of the inversive sentences. But anyways, that was it for today. Thank you guys all for listening. I really recommend this book, Start.nl. It gives you a good overview. It's just a shame that I didn't really focus on it when I was studying. Anyways, that was it for today. Thank you guys all for listening. I'll see you guys tomorrow.